Hello, welcome back to episode 2 of Celebrity Skin Talk Series 4. Wow, have I got a guest for you tonight, guys? And she's just joined the room, but it is Faye from Traitors Series 1. Traitors UK, let's say that first. But let me just get her in the room. She's got the request. Day, whatever the time is, wherever you are. But let me see. Aha! Hello!
Hello, let me just adjust this for you. That's
I
better.
know.
Hello.
I know. It just cuts us all off, you know what I mean? All this. How are you, Han? You okay?
I'm very good, thank you, Scott. Very
Good.
good.
Good. Thank you so much for coming on, my love. I can't wait to chat to you. It's going to be much fun. It's going to be really good. Can't wait.
I'm looking forward to it too, yeah.
Yeah. How's your day been, though? Been good?
I've had a lovely day, really chilling day. I've just got to series 9 of the Australian Traitors series 2. And that's it. So I've stopped. I'm on the last episode. So I am so excited. And I'm excited and annoyed at the same time because I don't know if you watched season 2 of the Australian. Did you or?
No. Is it only 2 series there?
Well, it's Australia. They're now on season 2, but I'm now on the last episode of season 2, and I'm quite annoyed because hello, Jackson. I'm quite annoyed because Gloria, who I absolutely loved, has just been banished at the table.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a table. It's not a table you want to be around sometimes. Let's face it. But I wanted to ask you before we're gonna get into this whole interview and chat, have a good old chat. Well, what would you think? Like, how would you win the Traitors, being a faithful or a traitor?
Well, now I have got a theory and a formula, but I will tell you that later because I've watched quite a few now and I really know how to get to the final. I can tell you that. So people that have applied for season 3, because season 3 applications are open till March the 17th.
Yes, I have seen them.
Keep listening if you want to win it. Yeah.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. Let's wait. Yeah, let's wait to the end for that one for sure. But like, for you though, like how did it come about for you to like kind of apply and do something like to get onto the show? Like, did you always want to do something on TV or?
Well, yeah, I've done bits on TV before, but I knew that I needed a sort of a sidestep from the job I was doing for 30 years because I was working in education for 30 years and
Yeah.
I just needed to look at what I could do differently because I thought, look, I'm getting near to retirement, Scott. Yeah. And I just felt that I needed something else. And this application dropped in my inbox and I looked at it and I thought, wow, this seems really interesting. You know, the Traitors, you know, have you got what it take? It had all about deception and it was all mysterious. And I just thought, going to Scotland, it said, you know, you'd be in the Highlands. I've never been to Scotland before.
Yeah.
So I filled in the application and the rest is history.
Yeah. I'm glad. Oh, do you know what? I love like the OGs though. Like you are an OG. You know, you're the first one from this first series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I love I seen bits of series 2. I watched all of series 1 on the UK. That's the only one I've seen.
Right. So you've seen number 1. You've seen the 1 and 2. Yeah. So you've just watched the UK version.
Yeah. Oh no, bits on number 2. I haven't watched all of number 2.
Oh, you need to watch number 2 as well. Number 2 is fantastic viewing. Really is. Yeah.
I do. I'm getting this. I am trying to steer away from any spoilers, darling, on that one. I'm trying.
And then you can move on to the Australian one.
I know.
Both 1 and
2. I have heard about this one. Yeah, because they did a celebrity one as well in America. Yeah,
that's still going on. I think. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
can you imagine they do a celeb UK one about soon.
Well,
You never know.
you never know. I mean, why not? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. But like, I want to say though, because I was loving series one. Literally, it was like something brand new to our screens, and everyone falls in love. It still is in love with it so much of the show. But like from episode one, you, darling, they were all saying you was this sex, like a suspect. What's going on? Like, how was you feeling? Because you obviously watched it back, I'm assuming, when you finished
Yep.
it.
And that was in the early stages. So
Yeah.
episode 1 and 2, I was up there as a suspect because that was probably fed by the traitors, remember? Because if you remember, in the early stages, my name kept going up on the board for the traitors. Who are we going to murder tonight? Oh, should we murder Faye? Should we murder Aaron? Should we murder... But my name was there the whole time until I got a bit of a squeeze in the middle.
Yeah. But no, you went like quite far though. Like,
I got to
you went.
episode
Yeah.
10 of 12, absolutely, yeah. But that was my own downfall, and that's what I'm trying to say to you. So people that want to win it, I now know how you can win it. Simple as that. Yeah.
And then what? How did you feel about like? Did you regret anything getting Nikki out? Because this is a
But
big
you,
question about.
do you know what? You regret getting every faithful out. When you're a faithful, Scott, you regret every faithful that leaves the table because at the end of the day, that's the only opportunity we have. We only have that opportunity at the round table to get rid of a traitor. So
Mm,
whether it's Nikki or Tom or Ryan, whoever, because they're all the people that went at the round table, it's a horrible thing. Theo, you know, it's horrible. And you just feel you've let them down. But
yeah.
that's what the traitors want
Yeah.
you to do,
I,
you know?
it gives me like I especially like the end bit. It gives me anxiety just because thinking like, oh my god, how is it going to plan
Yeah.
out? Because that's the most exciting thing about it. Like, no one
No,
knows.
no one knows. Absolutely. No one knows. Yeah. Not even the traitors.
Yeah, I was so lucky on your series. Could you imagine? I'll be so sad if that happened. But people know, people can read people. And you're like, hang on a minute. But going into it, like going further, going like into the show and more, weeks went on. Did you find it getting much harder because you get more closer to people?
I think as you went on, you got emotionally drained. That's the word. Yeah. Because, particularly as a faithful, you'd go to bed at night and you think, oh my God, am I going to make breakfast? Because you just didn't know.
Yeah,
You didn't know if you were going to make breakfast. So obviously lack of sleep. And also, the round tables, you're sat there 1 minute, everybody's got a plan, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but you're not privy to all the conversations. So that's tense at the round table. So you've got breakfast, going to bed, the round table. It's just a tense situation 24/7. Unless you're a traitor, you get a little bit of a respite. At least you can get a good night's sleep, you know?
yeah, yeah. True. That's so true. Because I feel like the breakfast is definitely like. Was you ever always worried at breakfast who was coming through the door
Oh, yeah.
and all
Because
the time?
yeah, and also remember, you've got to think about it. When you yourself come through the door, people were pointing the finger at you because they were thinking,
I,
"Oh yeah, I knew she'd come through the door because she's a traitor," you know. So yes,
mm,
this is very difficult. It really is.
I
Um,
remember them saying like, so I was taking so many notes when I was watching the whole series, and then they were saying about like you was kind of like dropping in names. Is that you kind of game? Just thinking, I'm just gonna get this game now because people just keep dragging my name into it. Let's just get into it then. Let's go. But
well, that's the aim of the game, isn't it?
yeah,
You
yeah,
have to drop names in to see the reactions of people because if you don't speak to anyone, then you're not going to know what they're thinking either. So that's what it's about. The people that don't need to speak so much are the traitors, remember, because they know who it is.
yeah. Oh, no, did you ever guess? Did you ever knew who the traitors were basically when you seen it, or did you have other people in mind?
You do, but the thing is, it's very difficult to put your neck on the block. Like I said, I've just watched the Australian series, and there's one particular person who sat back the whole time, and the moment that they mentioned who they thought the traitor was, which they were right as well, they were banished from the table because people think, hang on, what are you piping up about? It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just getting that balance right, and it's so difficult. But there is a formula. I really believe it. Yeah.
But you personally, because you was talking about your kind of strategy, do you think that's when they just thought that's because you got murdered, you get banished?
Oh yeah, I didn't get
Yeah.
banished because I think when I was out and about talking to people, I obviously seemed quite sincere, and I always looked them in the eye and said, always, I am a faithful. Now you can only do that if you sincerely believe that you're a faithful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But like, it's because you're talking about your strategy. That's why they thought you better get you out.
Oh yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah, that was, yeah, and Will said that. He said that on TV just the other day. I told him too much, and that was my downfall in the end. If I had buttoned it, I would have got to the final because I wouldn't have been banished. And if I was on the traitor's side, they're not going to kill you, are they? Because there's no point in killing you if you're rooting for them.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, he did pick out. I forgot her name now. That one of his traitors, didn't he?
Alyssa.
Oh
But
yeah, he did.
that's a different ploy, though,
Yeah,
because the reason he got rid of Alyssa was so that people would look at him and think he was a traitor hunter. Well done.
yeah.
You're brilliant. You've just got one, because you wouldn't really go for somebody in your team. So if you found a traitor, that makes you look good.
True.
Remember, I was a faithful, so that's totally different.
Like, if you could rewind time, would have kept getting murdered, or would you went down like the banished route?
I always say, because I've done loads of interviews now, it's a respect thing to be murdered, and being banished, remember, it's your faithfuls, sadly, they're the ones that banish you. Very rarely do the traitors get involved. They might lead it, but it's your own faithfuls, because we are the majority round the round table. There's 20 of you sitting there and 3 are traitors, so you've got 17 people that are banishing you. So for me, the respect thing is, if you're murdered, then that shows respect, because they're thinking, well, we're going to have to murder her because she's not going to be banished at the table. So I think, I mean, some people say they like to stand up and give their little statement to say why and whatever, and you've got it wrong. But for me, it's definitely, I feel the respect thing, that I was murdered, and I didn't have to go through that painful situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would like to just get murdered. I think I would.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely. Yeah.
it's. Do you know? I know word of a lie, face. I think I haven't cried as well. I don't know what it is when people banish, and it's very emotional. Show. I got to say it. I
Yeah.
cried
Yeah.
with them.
It is a very emotional show,
Yeah.
and the longer you go on, it's emotional for the traitors as well. Trust me, it's not just the faithfuls; it's them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I did cry a couple of times, especially when they were like, "Oh, when they say, oh, I am a traitor," and there's like, "I'm sorry," they're like, it just breaks your heart,
yeah.
But
Yes, yes.
they're out now, so it's fine. But like, do you still like speak to everybody? Because I know you're always out and
Not
about.
everybody, but I'm in contact with quite a few, actually. I mean, and if I saw the whole cast again, I'd say hello. There's no animosity between us, but naturally we're closer with some, and I do hang out with a few of them.
Yeah, nice. No, you should have done like a reunion or something, but
We did have a get together just before Christmas in London. A good few of us, about 14 of us, and that was absolutely fantastic. It really was. Yeah.
oh yeah, no, like a reunion episode, but
Oh, a
maybe they might look into.
reunion episode would be
Oh,
absolutely fantastic, and I
yeah.
think people would love to see that as well.
I
Definitely.
think I do. I think every show that like everyone loves binges has to have a reunion show at the end, like, you know, you never say never though, because maybe they have like all the different series in one. You never know, do you? So
No, that's right. Absolutely.
but like, so going on to the other topic of chatting is skincare, well-being, and looking after ourselves. Are you kind of into skincare and well-being and taking time for you?
Do you know what, Scott? I was blessed with good skin, and that's all I can say to you. And people say to me, because I'm 61 this month, my birthday's this month,
What?
and people go, "You what?" Yeah,
Oh,
they go, "You what?"
yeah,
I say, "Yes." I was blessed with good skin. My mum is 83 this year, and she hasn't got a single wrinkle, and her skin is supple and beautiful. And my dad's very similar as well. He's 86 this year, and his skin's very good. So I'm very blessed. Like I said, I've never worried about my skin as such, you know?
yeah. I did not know that age. I should never ask anyone their age, so I would never do that to you. You know, I never have, but like, I would never put that number on you at all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely 61 this month, 28th of February. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a leap year as well. This you just made,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a leap
yeah.
year this year, but I wasn't born on a
No,
leap year. Born,
29.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So hence that's why I went on the show, because I was thinking last year was my 60th, and I was thinking I need something. Hello, people saying hi,
yeah.
Faye. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
But
So, but do you have like a skincare routine, or do you do anything?
what I do is
Yeah,
I make sure every single night I feed my face with, can I say the product?
yeah. Anything you wanna, yeah.
Can I
Anything
tell
you
you
want to
the
say?
product or not?
Yeah. Of course you can. Yeah,
So
yeah.
every night I cleanse and feed my face with Nivea. I've used Nivea for 40 odd years. So has my mum. And that's all she used. And all we use is that and a lovely simple face
Yeah.
wash. Always a facial wash, always. And then feed your skin. And then in the morning, the same routine. And that is it. I don't put any collagen or any fancy stuff on it or anything. That is it. Just natural water.
What do you use, like the Nivea cream? Did you say as
Yeah, the
well?
Nivea face cream. Yep, it's in a white pot, big white
Yes.
pot.
Yeah.
That's all I use. No other creams, no other, people use what, anti-wrinkling cream and all of this. I don't use any of that. Like
No,
I said, I'm
you,
blessed. Really, I'm blessed.
I'm just saying, you look amazing,
Thank
and
you.
like, that's the whole point of the show, because people always think like skincare has a massive price tag. It's not always that is the answer. You get anything that works for you, and it's always nice to hear people's. It's not a big price tag. It's affordable.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And how about like well-being? Because I'm very into like getting more into well-being now and taking time out, and I think it's very important to kind of recharge, and like for me being so sociable online, just to have that break. And
Yeah.
are you into this kind
Yes,
of?
well,
Yeah.
I do a lot of walking, love walking, more
Okay.
than running or anything like that. I've done all that. I was an ex National League basketball player, so I've done all the exercises and all that for 40 years. And now I do a lot of walking, and I love my sports. I love watching most sports, and that keeps my brain off everything else. It's just chilled. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that how you kind of break away from reality and just
Oh yeah,
having?
I get straight into it. Yeah, I'm focused when I'm watching my sport, and I follow Liverpool Football Club, so they're on TV quite a bit. I go to their games and whatever, and that is it. That is the only sort of um, well-being for me, mental well-being. I find it so chilling, and I enjoy it. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm the same. I just have that break, and I think it's so good to have a little break. Like it could be like an hour
yeah,
a day, or
just switching
yeah,
off. Absolutely, and everybody needs to do it, and that's a fact.
yeah. Are you into kind of like spas and treatments and?
Oh, everybody likes spas. God, who doesn't like a lovely spa and a sauna and a steam room? Oh my goodness,
I have
yeah,
my
definitely.
celebs that don't.
Sorry?
I have met a couple of celebrities that do not
Oh,
like them. Yeah,
really?
darling.
Okay.
I know. But
Oh.
you,
Oh. I like them.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't overindulge, but it's nice to have one as a treat.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's nice. Like who doesn't like a back massage? You know what I mean? Okay, so it's quite nice and well-being, and then I'm very into like kind of Zen things at the moment as well. Just really like even like in the home. I don't know if you kind of adapt to this because it's very into our culture now, you know, because I'm in my late
Right.
30s, but I've seen the massive change just from the last kind of 20 years, from teenager till now, like how it's gone while being, and even in the home, you know, and kind of relaxing in the home. You into that kind of stuff as well, like your candles and chilling and your all that? Because I'm very
Candles, did you
candles,
say?
you know, and your diffusers, you know, the
Oh,
ones
I love candles. Oh my God, I've got loads of candles. Absolutely love candles.
like
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
You know, it's like setting the mood, I say.
Yeah.
That's how I get kind of zen and relaxed, switch off, you know, no lights, candle, chill, focus.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, like I said, smells are important as well. Coming into a nice, fresh house is beautiful.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. I'm glad you're in a bit of a zen mode. Like now in our culture, it's like all about that, and I'm loving it, you know, which is really, really good. But then, so going back to your sports though, Hannah, you into this Olympics? You go in to Paris or anything? Or are you just going to be on watch on?
Well, interestingly, I was involved with the 2012 Olympics because I was a part of the
Oh,
Australian women's basketball team. I was their team liaison person. So I was with them for the whole of the Summer Olympics in London. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
ah,
Yeah. And this year, like you said, it's in Paris. So um, I don't think I'll go to Paris because I've got quite a bit on this summer. But oh my God, it'll be a great opportunity if you can go. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not meet the Spice Girls? But I remember that show that after that in 2012.
Yeah, they were there. I did go to the opening ceremony as well because, like I said, I was with the Australian women's team.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you didn't meet in them now. Didn't meet.
No, I didn't meet them personally, but I saw them perform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. I love that performance as well. It was like iconic British, you know, and
The
that's what we.
whole thing was amazing. The whole 2012 thing was a time when I think it brought people together. Honestly, Scott, just being in London, walking around Westfields, it was just like, wow, you wore the uniform and people wanted to talk to you. It was amazing. Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
So how did it come? Because I wanted to talk a little bit about your life before we seen you on the show.
Yeah.
I know you had your career in the education, and then before that was your basketball and stuff. But like, what was like the changes in your life? What made you think, oh, I'm gonna just change my career? Like I'm done with this,
I
and
think 30 years is a long time to be in education.
oh,
And, you know, they say 5 to 10 years
oh,
max, but to do 30 years, and, you know, I was working with the most challenging children in the country. And, you know, a lot of them had trauma, so they were traumatized. And I just felt that was time for me to, you know, move to one side and look for something totally different. And I loved it. I loved what I did as well. And basketball was a huge part of my sort of development within the school as well. And all the boys played basketball. They were the best in Essex for the schools that they were in. Yeah. So,
I want to say that because obviously I didn't know too much into your career background for now, really, because I've been stalking you, honey, for the last time. But so obviously for the trauma side, now that you got a platform and people know who you are, is this something that you want to bring, like just from personal experience?
yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. And that's why I'm an ambassador for the NSPCC.
Uh,
Campaigner mainly. Ripple, Ripple is a preventative, suicide preventative charity. I'm an ambassador for them. They're an amazing charity and they're going to be well known. They're going to be out there in the next few months, trust me. Delalio Rugby Works. So Lawrence Delalio, he's got a charity for children that are finding it difficult within school, and he's promoting rugby. So I'm an ambassador, sit on their
Oh,
board.
wow.
SEMH, Social Emotional Mental Health charity in Birmingham called Elements, on their board, and as an advisor, because that's what I did in my last job. And I host the Hun Cup, which is a podcast with Ramona, who was in Rise and Fall. So we talk to people like yourself, celebrities. We just did one this week, which was is a Valentine's special going out with the Love is Blind couple. They're the only couple to have got married, Milton and Lydia. So we did an hour interview with them this week, which was incredible, really was.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 more reality TV stars, and we're talking about big reality TV stars coming on next month, a model, a film producer, and a medium.
Oh, was it James? Was that him?
Sorry?
No. Was it that guy who was in here earlier? Was it James? Was it? I forgot his name.
Jackson.
Oh,
Jackson. Yeah. Jackson. Yeah. So
yeah.
Jackson. Yeah. So we've got some really exciting people on the podcast, and that's great. And again, that's something different for me. Totally different. You know, being able to talk to people, find out about them. Yeah.
I love. Someone just said about you missed 30 minutes. Don't worry, this episode will be posted on my page and we'll share it after. So don't worry.
Yeah, so I've got some really exciting ventures. Honestly, I mean, I'm inundated. People are ringing me, calling me, DMing me for all sorts of stuff to do, and I've got to be choosy now because I'm working more than I did when I was in my school.
Yeah. No, I think people don't know now because I know I've seen you pop up loads. I haven't bumped into an event yet, but when I do, Hannah, I'm like, I'll make sure I'm known. I'll be shouting you over.
Honestly, I mean, the events that I get invited to, Scott, is just crazy. You know, I was at the Bob Marley premiere last week, and I'm talking about the premiere where all the A-listers were, because I'm just a fae from the Traitors, but I was like rubbing shoulders with Idris Elba and his wife and Ziggy Marley and all those people, and it was just like, God, this is amazing. You know, it was just crazy, really was. But you can't do them all, you know, you have to pick and choose the ones you want to do. And if they're charity based, then I'm more inclined to say yes.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because it's close to your heart, you know, and it's always good to speak up and have a voice, and especially from where you've done for 30 years, just over 30 years, you know, you have so much knowledge to people's heads, I think. You're doing it, and honestly, I told you, I've been stalking you, I've seen it. You know, but I have to say that I know what you mean by the red carpets. I've had some clashes with celebs when I've done the carpet. I think the biggest one was Ruby. You know, the small Ruby. I have to tell you this, maybe privately actually. But not bad clash. But I walked in front of a shot. But I'm 6'3" and she's like not 4. It's just like, oh,
you're 6'3", are you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
So
Well, see, I haven't met you in person yet, so
are you?
yeah, I wouldn't. It's very difficult when you're someone's seated and you can't touch 6'3".
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm in London. I think I got an event next Thursday. I message you. It's about you a minute. We talk about our just normal other life. I was voice noting you earlier, saying about normal life, and you know. But I wanted to say though, and about like, what is your next plans really? Because I know you're really busy with the charity work. Like, but are we? Do you think we're ever going to see you back on our TVs again? Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, you know, there's lots of things that I want to do, but the first thing that I want to do is put SEMH children, which is social, emotional, mental health children, on the map first.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got irons in the fires working with that with a couple of people already, so I'm really excited about that. Really am. And then we can go from there. But yeah, I've got things that I want to do, and I've got the time to do it now. That's the great thing.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would want to do? Like, for example, like, are you into like cooking, like a cooking show maybe? I can see you.
I love cooking. I mean, who knows? Yeah, I love
Oh,
cooking. God, I do. Yeah, I love cooking, and I love adventure. So, you know, like race across the world and that sort of thing. That would be quite cool to do something like that. Or hunted. You know, I like anything that's sort of exciting and full of energy. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Oh, the SOS thing. Is it? Have you seen it?
SOS.
Yeah. I think yeah. It's like they check celeb and they just literally gotta. It's like the West. They gotta like kind of do all these things.
I've never seen that one. No, I don't
Yeah.
want to do anything that's too strenuous because at the end of the day, you know, I've just told you my age. So I want to do something that's I can pace myself, Scott. Yeah.
What is your plans for your birthday? Though? Are you planning anything big, or you?
My birthday is on the 28th, and I've been invited to an event where one of the charities I am with.
Right.
They've won an award, so they've invited me for that, and my partner will be going to that on my birthday in London. So that's quite a nice event, and it's going to be televised and everything as well. So that'll be very nice. That would be nice to do that on my birthday, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it will be. It'd be nice, and it's a great cause as well.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Were you based in Birmingham? Yeah. Were you in
Sorry?
Birmingham?
No, I'm based in Suffolk, sunny Suffolk.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Why did I think you were in Birmingham for? I don't know why.
My watchcast, there's some lovely people waving and whatever, and they're
I can
great people, and I've done
um,
lots of podcasts, couple for watchcasts, and just saw my mate Kaz on there as well. It's lovely that you've joined us, Kaz. Thank you. It's
oh,
great.
wait, honey, because before you go there, before we finish this, we have to go back to the first question.
Right.
What will be
Hi,
how will
Lee.
how will we win? How will we win?
Right. So this is how you win it. I believe you have to. I know that part of it's right because I did that. Everything, every day I had a journal because you go back to your room even though it's late at night. You write your whole day down. Write key points down because there's no way if you get to episode 10, 11, you can't remember who banished who at the round table and who was murdered on day 2. So you need to do that. So you need to reflect. Write and reflect is key because you could use those notes to look back and think, oh, yes, so and so said that at the round table. Someone said I was like Columbo. Yeah. And you need to try and not travel with the same person. You need to share it around. So when you get into the Jeeps, you kind of need to get in with different people. And these are all things in hindsight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm now looking at all the shows that I've seen. I must have seen 6, 7 different Traitors programs. And I'm thinking you need to switch it up a lot when you're doing your missions, get with a different group because all the talk is done in between that. And if you're sitting in the same Jeep day after day, then you're going to only hear the same. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
need to mix it up and listen to what other people are saying. I'll put it's like a jigsaw, you know when you get a big jigsaw but there's not a lot of colour and patterns in it, and you've got this piece and you know it must fit somewhere and you're wondering where it's going to fit. Sometimes you've got 6, 7 pieces left at the end and then you can see where it fits, and that's exactly what Traitors is all about. And don't discuss your strategy. That's if I hadn't have discussed my strategy, I would have been there to the end. So yeah,
But
that's how I think you can win it. You really can. Yeah.
the thing is really is to just get involved in everybody, get around
Yeah.
and get involved.
But not. You just need to introduce yourself to people, but don't be too out there because if you look at the last. Well, I've watched 6, 7 Traitors now, and the people that don't say a lot are the ones that get to the final, and then they pipe up at the end.
Of course, yeah. I'm baffled. Like, how do you even remember everyone's name?
Oh, you do. After day 2, you do. You remember people's names after day 2, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
I think maybe a little bit longer for me. I'm really bad.
You do remember names,
Was it,
trust me. Yeah.
it was
Especially
a,
when you're sitting in that round table and you're facing all these people, you need to remember their names. Yeah. Yeah.
it's just there's like a lot of people like one go, you know, and I'm like, oh God, like, but then yeah, okay. But darling, thank you so much for that little insight. So anyone now is going to be going into series 3
Yeah.
and watch this, then yeah.
Thank you, Brad. Brad says that we're both glowing, whoever Brad
I
is.
love Brad. Oh, Brad is a sweetheart. I love him. Yeah, he is a sweetheart. He's a lovely guy. Yeah.
No, but it's been lovely, Scott. I mean, you know, God, I can't believe we've been on air for over half an hour.
Yeah. I don't want to keep you, darling. I know it's quite late and you know and all that, but I didn't want to keep you too long. But honey, I could talk to you all day. But when I see you in an event, and I know I will, we'll have a good old chat there as well. So it would be good.
Look forward to it. That's fantastic. It really was. Thank you.
Thanks, son. Have a lovely evening, right? And happy birthday if I don't see you before, okay?
Next week, yeah. You'll probably see me out. I'm out and about in London tomorrow. I'm in Soho tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Bye, Claire. Bye, Claire.
Oh, bye.
Thanks for joining
Oh, I love
us.
See you
Yeah.
soon, sweetheart.
Yes. Okay.
Take care, baby. Bye, bye,
Bye.
bye, bye.
Bye.